Wednesday, August 6th, continuing with our utility-focused daily update series on the S&P 500 index. So let's take a look at what happened in the markets yesterday. And most utility companies following the broader market trend down for the day, with AES leading losses here. Kind of an interesting company, AES. They own Dayton Power and Light. They own Indianapolis Power and Light, but also a lot of renewables assets and 4 utilities down in El Salvador. So a lot of excitement around renewables, and then the stock went down when the federal government kind of shifted gears, and then the stock was way up because of acquisition interest. So that's going to be one to watch as we move forward. I also want to point out PG&E. Saw an interesting presentation from them yesterday, providing some more color on that 10 gigawatt expansion to support data centers. The excitement there is that data center power demand is 24/7, and it doesn't follow that usual peak demand curve that we see for utilities. So even though it's more demand on the grid, the way that they're marketing this is that it will actually lower rates because they're able to spread prices across more customers. And investors seem to like that. So let's move on to the daily updates of the entire S&P 500 index and point out some of the things that stand out here. The big story on the day was Palantir Technologies and their incredible quarter, with, I believe it was revenue up 40%. So they're located here in Denver. Big financial, or sorry, big government contractor technology company. Definitely one to watch, including in our geospatial industry. The big loser on the day was Gartner up here in Connecticut. Big loss there, something to look into. Don't really know what's driving that right off the bat. Now, a quick note before we get to the market cap dashboard. I updated the symbology so you should be able to see a little better all the companies that are not the giant tech giants with valuations over $1 trillion. So I kind of normalized this, if that's the right word, where anything from $1 trillion to $4 trillion, like Nvidia, Meta, etc., they're all going to appear as the same size dot. But I think it provides, if we switch over to the dashboard, better clarity as to where the big heavy hitter companies on the index are. Now we can see that Berkshire Hathaway, Walmart, Tesla, up here in New York, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley. So that provides a little more color, and it allows us to go through our utility companies here. If I turn on the service territory, let's keep going down the big multi-state utility companies with multiple operating companies. So Southern, that's Georgia Power. This is the Atlanta area, and we can see here, and after that symbology update, really a good cluster of leading companies here in Atlanta. We've got Home Depot, we've got Coca-Cola, and many others, really spanning across broad sectors there. So it's going to be interesting to look into these different companies and see which ones serve what type of industry clusters, and that's going to be a focus as we move on. But that's going to do it for today's update. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.